Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG All the Mods 4 server, and I think I'm going to be copying Thorgal. Not intentionally, because I haven't discussed anything with him about what I'm doing next, and he hasn't discussed with me about what he's going to do next, but I think we're going to copy a bunch of... I think we're at the spot where we're both going to be doing the same thing. We'll find out. So there's been an update to the All the Mods 4 pack, and one of the things that it added was industrial foregoing, which I want to get into. There's a rancher that would allow me to harvest wool, so then I could sit there and have some sheep down below just generating wool below the sheep farm. I think that would be really cool. It would be able to get us a large amount of wool. But all that stuff needs plastic, and I don't have any plastic. But also, all that stuff needs power, and that's the thing that I want to do first. Oh, hey, like this? Mahogany. I found some of that way that away. About, 5,000 some odd blocks. All right, let's talk about that. I want to do power, and one of the things I really, really enjoy is not having to worry about running cables all over the place. This right here, the way this is set up, the cold generator by Silence Mechanism is going into the battery box, and then I've got cables. In fact, you can see them right here. These wires, okay, cables. They're wires. They go underneath these machines so that this battery box is powering all of them. Works. But if I can get away from having cables, or in this case wires, I like that. So one of the things that I really enjoy is RF tools for power. So there's the dimensional cell, and I always thought it was energy cell, but I think 114 may be different. This guy holds 250,000 RF, which is a nice little thing. And if we look at the recipe, diamonds, redstone, and nether quartz. The machine frame is cheap, easy, no problem. But I really prefer this, not the simple one, but the regular dimension cell. And that requires emeralds and prismarine shards. Now, and this holds 1,000,000 RF, so that's 4 times as much. And then the advanced dimensional cell, if I can get my hands on a lot of these infused diamonds, which requires 32 of these dimensional shards to make one of these advanced, I would really love to, because these hold 4 million RF, so 4 times bigger. There's also these, the power cell, low, medium, and high. I would need lots and lots of redstone to make these happen. You can see all the stuff there. If we need the high one that needs more dimensional, it's a lot of redstone. They're nice, but I would still need these dimensional cells. But I want to sit there and make this, and what do I not have? That. Which means, let's explore. So if we take a quick look at the map, I'll scroll out, running up, and so there's a spawn over there, and I've made several trips back and forth just running to cover everything. And Thorgal is up here. Now, he had told me before, and he mentioned it in one of his videos, is that there's an ocean northwest from him. So I said, okay. So I took the nether route to Thorgal's base, and then I ran over here and then took a boat and started boating around, and I figured I could either go left, right, or straight, and I figured I'll go left. So I went left, and I think that's a mushroom island here. Anyway, so I went tootling around, finding weird sort of things, tootled, and you can see I tootled a whole bunch. This is a frozen biome, which is really cool. I got some packed ice from there, and this is that thing that's 5,000 blocks away, Ocean Monument. I can get prismarine in an ocean monument. And then I tootled up here a little bit further. And up here is where I got the mahogany. But here's the thing. Let me zoom in. And zoom in. What do you see? Ocean monument here. Ocean monument here. There's 2 of them really close together. So I put a little sandstone right there so my boat, I could hop off the boat, and started swimming over here. Started playing with the guardians. Oh, they are mean when you are a real slow swimmer. And so I ran back here and I said, I'm going to do that smart. But I couldn't kill any of them by the time they were taking me down to half health. And I said, I'm out of here, run away. But what I did find is there were several things. Let's go back to the map. There were several things I found along through here, and I don't see any of them. I think it was more down in this area. There were areas where I saw some light from underneath, and I think, yeah, here's one. This little structure here had a whole bunch of drowned in it. And down in the bottom there was 2 or 4 sea lanterns. And I said, oh, I know what I can do with sea lanterns. Because if I want prismarine, I can get those from Prismarine Essence. But to make that, I need prismarine. Mob drops, well, these guys are hard. And these guys are hard. Crushing. I can crush these crystals into shards. Ooh. And if you break a sea lantern, you get crystals. So I said, let's do that. And, oh, is it in this bag? Let's take a look. One of the nice things, if you're roaming around underwater, put down a door because you have an air pocket. Oh, it's very nice. That's what allowed me to stay down low and do some digging down deep. I'm also carrying a stack of emeralds with me because I found some traders and I went, oh, that had such a good trade that I would love to trade with them, but I didn't have anything. So I say now I'm going to hold that all the time. Anyway, I went roaming around, and where did I put them? I did find some prismarine, and now I'm gonna, no, and you know, I just check again. Nope, it's not there. Oh! I put it over here. So I've got 2 sea lanterns, and I broke the prismarine. A couple of those I broke with my pick, and it's being a fortune one, it worked pretty nicely. And then I realized my tree capitator has silk touch, and yes, I can get sea lanterns with my axe, which is very nice. I also found this buried treasure map, and if we take a look at that, mouse over there, you can see there's an X marks the spot. That was way up there. As I was exploring around, I came across this map, and it was in a sunken boat, and so I went just a little bit to the north, and there it was. And I put down and it happens, as you can see, it's right in between the water. I put down the door, went diggity, 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 and I got this stuff, which if I can remember, I'll edit and put in here, which included some prismarine crystals. So I said, whoops, yay, that's really nice. So I've got 14. However, I need 16. Let's break this. And I have 16. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put you down and grab you and my crusher. You're going to get me some prismarine, because one of the things you can do with this also, oh yes, I keep forgetting I can make dimensional shards with all this stuff. That's pretty cool. Aquatic dragon scale, that actually makes some pretty cool looking armor from tier helmet. What golden dragon scale? Oh, yeah, I would probably have to kill the ender dragon a whole bunch of times. Deep blue candy, that's just food. This, the prismarine agglomeratio. This allows me to make the prismarine seeds, which allows me to get all the prismarine I want. So I'm not actually going to, because this is sufficient to make, here, put you, no filter, put you down, you and you and you and you, yes. That gives me my 4, and let's take you. There, now I've got my 4 of those, and then I need some of these shards here. Yep, And then I need to go down out of here. All right, and seeds up here. So I'm going to go ahead and make this and get me a bunch of the prismarine, because then I can make for me, I can make for me a whole bunch of the, oh, hey, want to see something fast? I just slipped. Because I've got this, the sleep charm allows players to sleep without delay. Yay! Slowly reduces the insomnia counter. I wonder if that insomnia counter is what allows the phantasms to come through. Anyway, that needs a phantom membrane. I keep thinking phantasms, but phantoms. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and make this and do a bunch, because once I've got this all in place, then I can start making me a bunch of power cells. And with the power cells, that gives me a large amount of storage. Thank you. And if I take a look at coal generators, there's the coal generator from RF Tools Power, and I tested this. One piece of coal generated 36K RF. Then there is the, and I'm not seeing it here, it's from Industrial 4, it's the, Pitiful generator, which is pretty cheap. Although gold, it's early on is not so easy, but that's not all that expensive early on. That generated, the Pitiful, that generated 48K. So that's a third more than this coal generator here. But this guy, the coal generator from Silence Mechanisms, generated 96K from one piece of coal. That's my power generator for right now, because holy cow, that works very nicely. Anyway, let's grab this, and I decided to go ahead and make a tertium watering can, just so that I've got a little bit more range to water things. And yeah, I was growing me a bunch of emeralds. All right, so I'm gonna make some prismarine, and then let's make some power cells, and I'll show you why. What time is it? It's power time. Oh yeah, let's make this thing happen. So, didn't take very long to get the 34 prismarine essences. So I just need 8 shards, which is perfect, because I'm going to make 4 energy cells right now. Dimensional cells. So this, and these go like this, and then these go like this, and I'm always backwards. Nope. I made it. All right, so there's the machine frames. There we go. We can sit there and make the dimensional cells. That uses all the rest of the bits there. 4 of them, and they stack nicely. And then I'm going to need some cards. These cards, let's see, power cell cards, yeah, little bug there. So these, I need to go ahead and make 1 for each, and then I need a wrench to make life easier. So nice. Let's go ahead and put down power cell here and here and here, and sure, why not? This one will just have be an out, so it's all out. This guy I want to be an out on the top and an in on the side, opposite here, and then you're going to be an out. All right, so at this point then, that's not really what I wanted to do. Oh, I did it first. So let's go ahead and link these. So channel ID 1, and now I can sit there and go clickety, clickety, and clickety, and now they're all installed, and now there's 4 million RF because they're all on the same network. They're all sharing the power. So let's go ahead and break this and that little cable. Pull that out. Break these 2. And again, I'll break this pretty slow. But that's okay. And we'll put those away. Waste not, want not. Because this should give out power from the sides if I am thinking this correctly. So let's grab you. You're that one, and you, and you're that one, and you, Here, that one. Okay. So this one will pull in from the right and go up. And you can see it's grabbing power right now. This one's going to pull from the left and go up, and this one just goes up. But the benefit is that all of these guys will generate power and also hold power. So yeah, down this goes. So I have 4 million RF to make. So let's go ahead and can I? Yeah, I can do charcoal in these. Let's grab a stack of these. Probably only need half a stack to begin with. And let's do 16. Let that start generating. So this, you know, I really don't even need this battery box anymore, because I can take this guy. Okay, so if that, let's do none, and you are going to be an in on the top. All right, so this guy is going to be underneath here, because yeah, right now I don't need the battery box. I do still need the battery box for a simple reason that I can charge things up in here, which I do not currently have any other way of charging things. And I do want to get one of the nifty laser guns for doing stuff. And I always forget the name of that mod. I have this mental blockage. Okay, I'm definitely writing it down. Anyway, so I think, well, I like making lots of these because each one will make 1 million RF extra storage, and when I can upgrade them, then it's each one of the advanced gives me 4 million extra RF of storage. So having lots of these, I have no problem with that. So I think what I may do is make an extra one, a 5th one of these dimensional cells, and put it down here, and then my battery box can go on top until I have some other device to go there. For right now, I think that probably will work. Anyway, so this power-wise is going to generate, what was it, 96K per charcoal chunk, which is mighty nice. And that goes into all of my storage. So yeah, I'm about half full, a little shy of half, which is mighty nice. So this gives me a chance to have power, and I can also move easily the power around. So this currently is my generator, but I can sit there and make more. And one of the things that I was looking at, solar was added. These are pretty spiffy. Let's see, what's this? I need to make some plantium ingots, seeds and iron nuggets. Oh, that's not too expensive for that. Let's go back to that. That's compressor. Oh, plantium particles. Yeah, we don't have it. Infused plantium gear. So I'd need to make an infuser. But, and glass panes, that would give me a solar tier focus 1. A bunch of those gives you 2 more. Okay, so because then this generates solar fairly fast and in large amounts. And so that's not a bad solar generator. But there's also these guys. And it's got a flickering in the color. Gray is fine, but the iron gray, possibly light gray, is flickering there. Yeah. Anyway, these are pretty spiffy to have. That's 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I need to gray silver. I need to sit there and make some of these. That's easy. Mirror. That's just glass and iron. Very easy. Oh wow! I need to make 8 of them and a piston to make a 2. And then this, okay, that's only 4 of those, but that's 32 of the ones. I could do all this. Oh, but that gives me 2 solar panel 2s, or 3s. That's not bad. At 32, that would be 64 RF a tick during the day. And if I have that hooked up to one of these dimensional cells outside, I just continually have power coming in. I like that. I can sit there and put coal and charcoal into this to sit there and feed in large amounts, or the solar will just slowly tick away and to get that going. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and generate some of these because that's going to take a bunch of time. Plus, I'm going to make a bunch more of these dimensional cells. Now, if I have mathed this correctly, then I've got enough to finish this. 1, 2, there's my 64. I decided to double the work to get up to the tier 4 solar panels because I figured, why not? So if I have everything correctly done, there's 1, 2 of batches of the solar panel 3s. Or I could go ahead and jump up 1 level and get 2 of the solar panel 4s, which I like that idea. So actually, yeah, I was going to check the power level, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to check the power level over here right now. So there is no power. Why is there no power? Something is sucking out the power like crazy. Oh, I think I know why. Yes, because I've been burning a whole bunch of sand into glass, and so that did that. Anyway, this now is producing 256, well, it says 257, but 256 KRF there, filled up, and now these are going to fill up the rest of my dimensional cells. I have 8 of them now, so if we look at this, I've got 8 million RF potential storage, which I like a lot. I like having, you know, I don't care too much about how fast I generate the power as much as I have a good amount of power. So I've got 5 cells underneath here. That's number 6, 7, 8. So there's my groups here. And this is where I can take a look at what my cells are doing. Just like I was looking at my battery box before and see how I was doing, you know, I can take a look here. And this thing has been generating, I went through like 3 stacks of sand to get this to go, and this was also filling up over here. And it's interesting, I've got them arranged like this, but if you look here, you can see they don't reflect how it's inside. Yeah, I don't care. That works just fine. So this makes me very happy now that I have a bunch of power like this, which makes me think I want to take a completely different turn than, because I was thinking of start processing plastic, but I'm going, I don't have to. I can do something else. In fact, I can do something really cool. Okay, before we take a digression off into something really cool, I like the wandering traders. You can hear the llamas outside the building right now. I like them because they have some good trades, but I don't like them because the trades I want don't show up. Like this trade here. Would have been so easy to get the prismarine off of this guy. But anyway, so I'm going to do something here. And again, I'm hoping that I have mathed this correctly because we're going to do refined storage here. Now, one of the things that I've prepped already a bunch of these things. The quartz enriched iron, if we take a look at that, it's just 3 iron and a nether quartz will give you 4. So that's handy. And so I've got a bunch of that here. I also made some of this processor binding, and that is a slime of any variety with a string of any, or 2 strings of any variety, and I made a bunch of those too. And then I also went ahead and made the advanced, the improved, and the basic processor, a bunch of those. They all, if we take a look at the R on that, they all need to be cooked, which is why I processed them already, just to speed things up. And they all have the same recipe here of the binding that I already made, the silicon, we'll talk about that, redstone dust, and diamond, gold, or iron. And so I processed all these and then cooked them up. The silicon is more smelting. It's nether quartz 1-to-1 to get silicon. So I processed all that to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more bit here. All right, so I need some machine chassis. Filtery machine chassis. That just still bugs me the way that's overlapped. I need 3 parts to get things going. The first thing I need is a controller, and this is the power of the refined storage. And so let's grab one of these. And I made a quick little thing. I took all of the powered stuff from over there and moved it over to here. And I moved my battery box over one, because I'm going to put this guy right there. And you can see it's generating or gathering up power from over here. And how's it doing? Yeah, it maxed out already. The 2 solar cells right now, they can store up to 2 million each. So we're pretty much got power going here nicely. So you have to have a controller for refined storage to get things to work, and only one. You put down a second one and things go boom, which is not so much fun. Next thing I want to do is I want to make a crafting grid. Now to make that I need a grid, and to make that I need a destruction core, and I also need to make a construction core, and now I should be able to make it. Grid, it's glass and all the rest. This plus one of the diamond ones, and I never remember advanced, improved, and basic. I always think of it as diamond, gold, and iron, just because it makes life easier for me. So there's the crafting grid. Let's put that down here, and boink. And so now I can access my stuff. So I can put things in here. No, I can't, because there's no place to store that. Now to do that, to store things, I need to make this, the disk drive. Let's come over to here, disk drive, everything's shifted a bit. There it is, disk drive. I need, I thought I had everything. I'm missing a chest. Of course I'm missing something. You didn't see that. I'll edit it out. You'll never notice that. All right, so there's the disk drive, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that right up there. And that holds up to 8 of these drives. So what I need, I would really want to make this here, the 65 storage here. Let's add that to the thing. Go away, go away, go away. So I want to make the 65 storage, which I can, or 64K storage, which I can do with this, but I need a 64K storage part. Welcome to the rabbit hole. This needs 3 of the 16K storage parts. That means to make the 64, I need 9 of these 4K storage parts, which means I need 20. It's 1, 3, 9, 24, 7. Anyway, down to the 1K. I need to make 27 of these. And why am I only making... I don't have enough silicon. I thought for sure I had calculated and calculated and calculated enough silicon. Obviously, I miscalculated. So looking at my list, silicon, I needed 101 plus 59. Oh, I didn't have 101 here because dumb. All right, so there's 16 of these. So that's a good amount. And dirty, rotten, no good spit. That means I have to break here and wait for this to cook. Alrighty, let's grab this, toss that in there. I made more than I probably will need because I don't care. But while I go through and edit that out so that it looks like I did it perfectly, one of the things I got from one of the traders was this corruption powder that corrupts blocks into Ender World versions. There's 3 versions: Surface, Nether, and End. And I wanted this because if I right-click this, Soul Stone or End Stone, and then if I right-click this, Chorus Flower. So because this is growing on End Stone, this will go ahead and grow up, and then I can harvest this, and this gets me access to Chorus Flower before going to the end. Because we don't have hardly anything by way of Ender Pearls at this point. I've picked up 2. Nope. I've picked up 1. Just the 1. I can't toss it in there. Let's toss it in here. All right, so anyway, back where I was before I was rudely interrupted, I need to make more of these 1K storage. So R shift, that makes 27. Yay! Yay! Yes, completely, totally new. That's exactly what I needed to make. Yes, 27 of those. Now, if I use these, I want to make the 4K guys, and that makes 9 of them. So let's shift click to make all those. And then if I use this, nope. This one here, 16K, that should give me 3 of them. Uno, dos, tres. All right, so that gives me 3 of those. And using this gives me the 64K. And then I can sit there and make my 64K storage. Isn't that great? Yep, I made more, but because I'm going to make more of these storage things. And I'll make more of these processor binders. And I had to make 2 extra because they come in sets of 4. But other than, no, completely having exactly the amount of storage silicon that I needed, yeah, it worked out perfectly. So I'm going to drop that into here, and now if I stick something in here like sticks, it's in. And if I come up here and take a look, there's 64 items in there out of 64,000 slots. And one of the reasons why I really like refined storage over the Applied Energistics 2, I don't have to worry about each drive only holding 63 types of things. So if I'm doing AE2, I'll make 1K drives. I won't go beyond that because even a 64K drive won't hold more than 63 types. And so it makes no sense. But this holds all the way up to 64,000. So I can take all the stuff I've got here. I don't think I have 64,000. Even if we go upstairs, the most I have is this, and that's 11K. So I can sit there, so it's 11, there's 13, 15, and call that, 16, and the rest of it is pitiful amount. So yeah, I've got less than the 64K, so that's perfect. I will make a couple more of these off screen later, just because I like having everything here and available. I also like having this auto-selected, so it just comes up here and then I can start sorting stuff. I like having it descending. I like having it sort by name. So let's get out of there. So I can start going stick and, grab stuff that way. Let's grab a few things. And all of you, and then you, and then you. And so now stick, spider, ice, spider. Ascending. B to S. There we go. That's the way I like it. All right, because I think alphabetical more than numerical, so I don't want to have all my cobblestone up at the top. I can search for it just fine. Anyway, that's really, really, really cool. I love having something that I can access all my stuff instead of having all these chests scattered all around. I'm going to leave these chests scattered all around? Yes, I am. But just because they look fun having that. But I'm going to take everything here. I'm going to take everything from up here and drop it down there. I would really, really like to make some compacting drawers so that stuff like redstone and redstone blocks, it just automatically works for me. And then I could, if I wanted to, let's use the X. I could go ahead and swap this guy out and put the storage drawers controller here, and then I could make in this block here, I could go ahead and make the storage bus, external storage. Yeah, the external storage. Pretty simple. Make some cables. That makes 12. More of the destruction construction stuff, and the improved. So that's 2 iron and a gold. More of the quartz enriched iron. Simple. And then I could can program this, so priority-wise, this is 0. I could make the external storage something higher, like 100, and then anything that goes into these, so if I insert or I pull out spruce wood, it would go into this storage drawer before it gets processed by anything else. Except Thorgal has been playing with a bunch of storage options, refined storage, the storage drawers, the RF tools, and compact chests. There's several of these that he's been playing with, and he found out as he was playing with it. Here, let's put this away. He found out that if he has refined storage using the external storage guy connected to a drawer controller for the storage drawers. Everything works fine until you leave the area and this unloads. And then the server hangs. And and playing, one of the things that's nice, and I like doing it too, is playing in single player, testing all of this and realizing what does and doesn't work. Yeah, I've crashed my client several times that way playing with that, but I'm so happy to have this controller in place. Makes me so happy. I'm going to do something with this because this is very manual and needs to be more automated, but this makes me very happy. Alrighty, I've got a bunch of good stuff. I've got power over there with the refined storage holding my power, and I can burn coal or charcoal if I need it, but also just barely see it through the window. 2 of those solar panels. I like power that just randomly generates. And I think I mentioned, but I don't think I finished the comment, I prefer having more storage than fast production. I'm happy to have slow, steady production of power if I've got a huge amount of storage of power that I can consume. So if I'm going to do a bunch of work in these machines behind me and it's going to take, say, 2 million RF to get it all processed, I would much rather have that amount stored and ready in my power cells or whatever than to have something that produces the power quickly on demand. So that's just my way of doing things. So I'm loving those power cells there. Okay, dimensional cells, because it's 114. And I'm loving having the refined storage. I love having all my stuff accessible. Really nice. And my guess is Thorgal has been doing the power and working on the refined storage, unless he did something silly like doing plant tech. And then I'd be completely wrong, but I'm trying to read his mind. Anyway, go over and watch his video and see what he's done, and then just leave him a little comment saying that Grok did it better. Unless I completely messed up what he did and I'm not a mind reader, then you can laugh and say Grok is totally not a mind reader. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here on the FTOG All the Mods 4 server, getting storage and power. Good stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye.